Hey friends, you guys have been so kind and so supportive. Like, I can't even tell you just all of the emotions that have gone into putting a book out there. I'm like tripping over my words. Maybe I should just write it instead. Genuinely though, like, I felt to have this book be published by Easter, almost like an Easter gift to God type of a thing. Just, it was time to get the messages from my computer and let it, these are letters. These are love letters written to individuals and to you. And it's time to get it from just being in my hands to getting it out there. And I felt to do it by Easter. I did not feel like that seemed like, whew, okay, here we go. Let's see if we can do this. And we were able to publish it 2 days before Easter. And just the kind words and the support that you guys have shown has just been really touching my heart. That's mushy, that's gushy. But I just want to jump on here. And before you guys even saw what was in the book, you were just being so kind and cheering me on and being so supportive. So I wanted to take a moment and just talk about the book and what's actually in the book. But I just had to start by saying thank you so much for your kind words and your support, because it means so much. Especially when these messages really do come from my heart. And so it can be kind of nerve-wracking to share that openly with people. But you guys have just been so kind and so supportive. So thank you so much. Now, let's get to what is in this book. So this book is called You Are Worth Living For. Letters written from one heart to another. And I had this idea even before baby Abigail's crazy birth story. And I knew I wanted to write a book. Just, my heart was overflowing and I wanted to write a letter to the world. I wanted to write a letter to you, just helping you see how special and meaningful your life is right now and how much value and worth you have. And yes, life can be hard and life can be frustrated and we can feel like we've screwed things up or we're just hitting roadblock after roadblock, or we have dreams that we don't feel like can actually become realities. Life is just, it's beautiful and it's incredible. And there are just heartaches that sometimes we don't even talk about with other people. But the point of this book is essentially to appreciate your life before you're dead. And yes, that is kind of blunt to put it that way, but think about it. When you go to a funeral, many times you hear all these incredible stories about this person's life, but do we really appreciate our life now, in the moment that we're in? So that's what this book is. This book is not a self-help book. This book is not a list of steps to do or habits to implement. This book is just a combination of letters of me pouring my heart out to you. And I say in this book that, like, with the letter, you know exactly who the letter is going to. You address it, put a stamp on it, and you send it in the mail. This book is not that way. So in my chapters, in my letters, they are written to specific people or specific groups of people. But that's not really the point. I hope that as you read, that you might find yourself connecting with these various groups. So this letter is written to, it's literally from one heart to another. And it's dedicated to the divinity and the light of Christ in you. So I hope that you can relate to these different chapters, even if your name is not literally on the chapter. What else do I want to share with this book? I love visuals. That's why I love social media, honestly, because of the inspiring messages that can pop up on my feed. I love it for that reason. But I also don't love social media because it can be super easy as you're just scrolling to doom scroll and it's been an hour, or you've all of a sudden are feeling super depressed because of all the comparison that's out there. So this book is not meant to be a book that's read just straight through. You can if you want to. It'll take you a couple hours to read. It's not a long book. but it's more so meant to be like a letter, or you might even think like a social media post. When you want to pick me up, when you want to feel a little bit of inspiration, open up the book and read. And we have the letters, but we also have the beautiful images that are in this book. So again, you can skim through, and if there's an image that stands out to you, then you can read the chapter that's associated, or the letter that's associated with that image. But yeah, it's just supposed to be just a pick me up that you can read for a little bit. The chapters or the letters are not long, and then you can sit it down and you can be on your way, or you can read it all the way through. Now, you might be wondering why my book looks like this. It is not in perfect condition. This was my first non-proof book that I ordered, and I was so excited for it to get in the mail, and the package was wet, and it was not put into a package that had like the bubble protection on the inside. So that was a disappointment because the back was crumpled, but I have learned that if your book comes in this condition, you can return it to Amazon. Just say that the packaging was damaged, and they will send you another one free of charge. So that is nice that way. If you guys have already ordered your book and you have it, I honestly would love to hear what resonates with you. Just like these are letters, I love that open communication. So if you've read something and it's touched you in one way, or if you're upset with something for different reasons, feel free to leave a review. You can either message me personally, or what really helps, because this is my first book, any reviews on Amazon makes a huge difference. And anyways, it can be kind of like a pen pal situation there, where send me a review or send me a message. I'd love to hear what resonates with you. But this is my book. This is the book, and my heart is in it, and it is not perfect, but it's supposed to just represent life and the beauty of life right now, and the imperfect people that we are, but your story is worth sharing, and your life is worth appreciating, even when it's tough, even when it's hard. I just want me. This book is definitely written for me and helping me appreciate my life, even when things don't work out the way I was expecting them to. I share Abigail's birth story in here, but it's also written to you, the person that I don't know that's watching this video right now. It's written to you that you really are pretty awesome, and your life is worth living for and worth appreciating, and like, why wait? It's worth doing it now. So I hope these messages can touch your heart in that way, like they've been able to help me. And thank you so much for your kind messages that you've sent me. Seriously, they mean a lot. So thank you.